poppin', YouTube family? It's your boy Dwight. Welcome back to the channel, Silverback Siage. Hope all is well with everybody. First off, do me a huge favor. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I post new content. Now, with today's video, the moral of it all is when you want to pull up on the scene and not smell like the rest. Smell like the mall, smell like stuff that's popularly or always talked about. When you're ready to make your own stamp of approval on a scenery that you pull up to, these are for you. Keep it locked. But let's get down to business. At the number 10, well, these are, let me be clear first off, that these are not in ranking as far as how much I like them or how much I care for that scent profile. I just kind of went off of how they were sitting on the table. First fragrance, Bond number 9, Sag Harbor. This one here, like I've stated in past videos, some guys shy away from it due to it being heavily floral, and especially having that peony note in there. But it's a floral, musky scent that, with Bond number 9, of course, their signature is musk, but it has a unique grape accord in the mid, like a candied grape smell. It's one that when it's hot outside, it sets you apart from other fragrances, but then the secret weapon within this fragrance is the fact that this fragrance does have oud, and for a summer oud, that is something that's extremely rare. So when a fragrance house actually gets that right, makes you stand out from the rest. Next one, we're going to the house of Kajal with Lamar. From the uniqueness of the bottle top, this pineapple and rose bomb allows you to set yourself apart from the others, but experience the note of pineapple in a manner that doesn't resemble Creed Aventus or anything else, Hasivat, anything else that has pineapple in it. And as it begins to dry down, you'll get a unique combination of saffron, caramel, and actually it's a toffee accord in a vanilla dry down. So you get a little bit of creaminess as far as those notes at the end, but the way that pineapple mixes with all those florals, especially the rose florals that are in this thing, it makes you stand out from the rest and is very, very unique. Worth every penny. Next one, we're going back to the house of Bond number 9 with Lafayette Street. Now with this one right here, what you get is a very, very mysterious scent profile that's led by an apple accord. You do get some spiciness with the amber and sweetness, but between the apple, bergamot, and ambroxan that's mixed into this fragrance that gives it that extra push and add some longevity to the scent profile, it's one that within the designer realm, I can't think of anything that reminds me of this, but when I've smelled my fair share of niche fragrances, it still reigns supreme as far as standing out, standing apart. But when you from on up to like a polo and your nice short set all the way up to a suit, this one here is very versatile and you can wear it just about anywhere, but you won't smell like nobody else. The moral of the story when it comes to this particular video. Next one that if I was ranking it would probably be number 1, but it's not. Antoine Lie or Barrios Ganymede. This one here, super duper fresh opening with a very, very metallic mineral note that's in here. So it's aquatic. It has a mineral blast in there, but it has a unique suede note that gives you that leather nuance that gives it its masculinity within this fragrance. And to me, in my humble opinion, this offering does lean masculine, but you get some Italian Mandarin in that opening that runs into those mineral notes, and that mineral note smell, it's like a wet concrete-ish smell. And I know that may sound off-putting, but it's not. It's a very, very intriguing scent profile that smells luxurious and definitely sets you apart from most fresh fragrances. Next one. Headed to the house of Mancera, and that's Aoud Lemon Mint. A very, very intriguing scent profile that's led with some mint, even though mint really isn't, if I'm not mistaken, isn't even listed in the note breakdown, which it is. It's in the mid, but it's actually reigns supreme throughout the lifetime of the fragrance. But you also get some lemon and some almond in the opening of this fragrance here. It stays spicy throughout. And as it begins to dry down, you'll get that vanilla musk combo in the base. That's very, very intriguing. But the way this is composed, it's nothing like anything else that I've smelled that has the note of mint thus far in my fragrance journey, which makes it extremely unique. And it's a versatile scent in. It's strong enough to cut through cold weather, but fresh enough to where you can wear it in the heat, as far as it not being crazy hot in your spring days. But I probably would choose something else in the dead of summer. Next one, we're headed to the house of Xerjoff with 40 knots. Now this scent right here gives a master class on transition between all of the different notes and nuances in this fragrance here, because you get some aquatic marine notes in this fragrance right here. It's green, you get some woodiness, but as it begins to dry down, once you hit that mid and the opening where it's sea salty, aquatic, with a little bit of green notes, as it begins to dry down, what they don't list in the notes that I get clearly to my nose is an amber accord. So it does transition to be woody, which is listed within the note breakdown, but that amber accord is not listed, but it gets some warmth. For this to be an aquatic fragrance, you get some warmth and some sweetness that normally doesn't come in your sea salty aquatics. So, like I said before, when it comes to experiencing all the nuances of a fragrance from the top to the base notes, this is definitely that description. Next one, we're headed to the house of Nishane with Fan Your Flames. Now, this one here, in a nutshell, to break this one down, you get coconut, you get rum, you get a smoky tobacco with a very woody Chinese cedar uh, dry down. This one here, even though it made my winter list, it's a very, very bizarre fragrance in the instance of, to me, there's never a bad time to smell like this, with the exception of maybe at work or in a business meeting or something like that, because it's more of a playful scent profile, but it's a very versatile scent profile to the point to where you can wear it outside to outside functions, just control the sprays. It fits into a cruise setting. It fits into fellas night out. You could do it on date night. I mean, it's a cool weather based note breakdown that transitions well into the heat. That's the best way for me to put it. Probably my favorite thing that I smelled, maybe second favorite to maybe Neff's, because I smelled a fragrance of, I smelled a sample of Neff's, but I can't really break it down what it's about because I haven't spent enough time with Neff's. But as far as what I own, this is my favorite Nishane out of the ones I've sampled plus own, with the exception of Neff's. Definitely recommend that you get your nose on this one. Another extremely unique and gourmand fragrance, we're going to the house of Salvatore Ferragamo with Uomo. Now this one here, a gourmand lover's dream. But what's extremely unique about this fragrance and sets you apart from the others, to me, it would be great for date nights, Netflix and chill time with your woman, or just one of those times where you don't want to necessarily be loud when you spray something on in the cooler weather, but you are in the mood for a gourmand presence. But the tiramisu note that's in this fragrance is what makes it stand apart from other gourmands. Because most of the time when you get a gourmand fragrance, they either throw some honey in there, they throw some sweet notes or dried fruits in there. This one here has sweetness from the tonka bean and tiramisu mixture. But the fact that tiramisu is in this fragrance to me sets it apart, and you do get some spice between the black pepper, and it even pushes a little bit for it to be a gourmand, kind of sit close to the skin scent with the ambroxan being present. Definitely unique, and it's not a very, very expensive offering, which you get on discounters. Second to last, a fairly new acquisition to the collection. And then we go into the House of Vertus with Vanilla Oud. Now, with this one, what you get vanilla, hence the title. You get some oud that has a little bit of stank on it, but it's not the barnyard smell like poop type of stank. It just has a unique Middle Eastern type of oudy smell. And you get a burnt sugar nuance on here. And I know that kind of sounds weird, but the way they've blended the vanilla, the burnt sugar, and the oud in this thing here, and it also has a like a caramelized finish to this scent profile. Makes it extremely unique, worth the money, because at retail that bottle's over $300. I was able to find it for, what did I spend on this one here? I want to say around that 150 mark on fragrancebuy.ca. And it's one that will be in heavy rotation as things cool off later on this year between the fall and especially the winter months. But it's one, when you spray this one on, you smell nothing like anybody else. When everybody's reaching for your Spice Bombs Extremes and your Tom Ford offerings that are cool weather certified, you reach for something like this, it's going to make you stand apart, and you're going to spend just about the same amount of money. And last but not least, we're going to the house of Kilian in the Liquors collection, and it's Verte. Now, out of the Liquors collection, this one here is crazy unique because you get that green absinthe liquor that hence makes it within the Liquors collection. But the unique note that stands apart in this particular fragrance right here, you get a little bit of violet leaf, which is not crazy dominant, but what is dominant is the licorice accord that's in this fragrance. Now, to me, in most fragrances that have a licorice accord, you get either the difference of two extremes. It either smells really, really cheap and just thrown together, or smooth and expensive like this one particular licorice accord here. And as it begins to dry down, you get some creaminess from the sandalwood and some woody nuances and a patchouli that's kind of earthy versus the sweet chocolatey patchouli that you get in other fragrances. But that licorice accord definitely makes you smell like no one else. When it's warm outside and you decide to go with a scent profile that's playful but mysterious, this is one that I recommend. Now, those are my 10 fragrances I humbly feel that within my collection make you stand apart, so you don't actually smell like everybody else when you go places. Let me know in the comments some of the ones that within your collection that you think make you stand out from other people when you're around, and get you highly complimented, unsolicited compliments from the uniqueness standpoint of it being something that that particular person that complimented you maybe never smelled before, or would like to get their hands on and add to their collection. But other than that, that's my time. Peace. Dare to be different.